Hello everyone, this is Venugopal. Today in this session we are going to see a do-while loop in C programming language. In my last video, we have seen the looping structure, and out of that we have seen the while loop theory as well as one practical example. So in this session we are going to cover our next loop, that is called as do while loop. So before going for this, we will see the syntax of this do while loop, right? Whereas this do and while both are the keywords. So that is the reason why we have to write this in a small letters. So the syntax is very easy. The first thing is initialization. Then here do, then sorry, just a minute. Huh. Body of, I can say do while loop, and then after this increment or decrement. And after that, after this closing cursor, we need to write the condition while condition. Then semicolon is mandatory here. Semicolon is mandatory here. Okay, so little bit difference between the syntax of while loop and do while loop. So in while loop, right, the condition will come first and then the body of the while loop. But here, after the initialization, right, the compiler is going to perform the action do. That means there is no barrier here. That means what? These statements are anyhow they are going to execute at least once, because there is no condition. Just we are saying that you go and just do it. So these statements are going to execute at least once. After that, it will check for the condition. If condition is true, then only the cursor will be back to again this particular body. If this condition is true, or else it will directly come outside of that do while loop if the condition is false. In any means, whether the condition is true or the condition is false, the do while loop will execute the statements at least once, despite of the condition is true or the condition is false. Because here in the initial level, we are not at all checking for the condition. Here we are not checking the condition. We are directly executing these statements. And then we are checking the condition. And then if the condition is true, again the loop will be iterated. Otherwise, it will directly come out of from that particular loop. So quickly we will see the same program that we have seen in my last video, right? If you want to see that video, you please write down, like you search in the YouTube looping statements and while looping statements by Venugopal, you will find out that videos. So we will take and consider the same program, and then we will convert that into this do while loop. So again, I will take here a new editor, right? This is for now while loop. Now again here also we are going to print some numbers. Stdio.h void main, because it is an entry point for the execution for the compiler. Then we are declaring suppose one variable like I. And either you can initialize afterwards or at the same time also you can initialize this variable. This is what our first step. initialization. After that, I am giving the instruction to the compiler to print without checking a condition C. Observe the case here. And I want to print like backslash n and I equals to %d, comma. And here I'm printing what? I's value. And after that, I'm incrementing the I. And here we'll write the condition. How many times you want to execute this loop? I just want to execute till my I is less than equals to 10. This semicolon is mandatory because whenever you're putting this semicolon, that means what? This is the terminator of this particular line. So this line is not going to be terminated till the, the condition will become false, right? Till the condition will become not false, this line is not going to be terminated. Okay. So now how the execution is going on here? The first step is what? It is going to be initialized with one value. Now here there is no restriction. So it comes down here and directly it will print the value that is one. The first value will be one. Then it is incrementing. So it will be incremented to what now? 2. Then this condition is checking for C. This condition is checking for 2. It has not checked for the first one. That means what? That is the reason why this is the most what demanding question from the interview side. Okay, what is the difference between while loop and do while? In while loop, it checks the condition first, and if the condition is true, then only it is going to be execute the block of that while loop, or else not. But here in this case, in the do while loop, it is not at all checking the condition. That means what? Even if the condition is wrong, suppose, right? Then also it is going to execute your statement at least once. Now in this case, 2 is less than equal to 10 is the correct answer. So it will go back to this one and print the second number, that is 2. Then the number will increment to 3. Then check for the condition. Again, condition will be true because 3 is less than equal to 10. So it will print 3. It will become 4. Then again check the condition. 4 is also correct. 4, it will print 4. Then 5. Again it will be correct. 6. Sorry. 5. That will become 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Because now, whenever the value will become a 10, 10 is less than, it's not a less than, but it is equal to 10. So again, the condition is true. That is the reason why it is going to execute. Now, the moment after 10, the value will be, I'll just write here like dot, 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 dot. The value will become 11. Now it is checking for that condition. Is my 11 is less than equal to 10? No, that means it is not going to back and print this particular statement. It will come out of that particular loop and the program will be terminated and you will get the output. So let us check the output. Before that, I need to save this program. I'll save this program with a do, sorry, while. Done. If I'll execute this, you can observe the output. It has printed the numbers from 1 to 10. Now, suppose if I want to print the numbers, but suppose by mistake and I have given some condition wrong. For example, I want that I should be greater than 10. Suppose I want this condition. I should be greater than 10. That means I want the numbers only which are greater than 10. But here what exactly happened here? Now again we will trace the output. Again we'll trace the output. Now it will take the initialization first. Done. Now I will become what? 1. Now i's value is 1. It come down directly here and it will print that I value. The I value is what? 1. It's printing without checking any condition. Okay. Now then it is incremented to what? 2. Now here, what will be the condition here? It will check the condition. Is my 2 is greater than 10? Absolutely no. It comes out of this particular loop. But observe carefully, even though condition was wrong, it has printed the statements. The do while loop is executed their statements by once. This is what the what you can say the difference between while and do while. If I execute this, naturally it will give only one. See, this is the answer. So I hope you have got the difference between while and do while. So when to use this do while loop in some particular situation, whenever you want to check for, by default you want to check, for example, balance of the customer in banking. Suppose anybody is coming in the bank, right? There are a number of operations like saving, withdrawing, depositing, a kind of thing. So whenever you want to withdraw an amount from the any bank, okay, so there might be some default statement that they want to execute, or they want to get the know about your details. So in that case, you can put some statements in the do while, so that even though if they are drawing some wrong or right, we don't know about that, but at least some verification, whatever we want to do, the verification that you can perform by using the do while loop. In some situation, such kind of scenario, this do while loop is going to be used. So I hope you have understood this concept, right? We will meet in our next video by covering up the last our looping statement, that is for loop. Okay, thanks for watching. We will meet our next video. Till then, bye bye.